To manage your supporters, your check-in, and your checkout, you'll first navigate to your supporters tab. From here, we'll walk through this tab, and you'll see at the very top here we have a summary of your supporters. So it has all of your tickets sold, the number of people checked in, and then the breakdown of those tickets. You'll also note on the right-hand side here that it will display all of your unpaid carts and allow you the option to send out payment links from here in order to collect those funds from those unpaid carts. Scrolling down, we do have our menu options listed here. So you can always purchase tickets on your supporters tab. So during the check-in process, Event.gives has built in every action that you may or may not need during that process. So any scenario in which someone has not yet purchased a ticket to the event, that can also be found here, as well as on your tickets tab. If you were to click on purchase tickets, it will then populate all of the information that you have on your tickets tab. Under our bulk actions here, we can easily text or email ticket links to those that have phone numbers and or emails on file. You can also print name tags here, and it will allow you to go ahead and select the format in which you'd like. So if we were to select all, we have 12 selected here, and then go ahead and print our name badges. Here's where you have the option of including or excluding any of these features. So let's say that I don't want to include the supporter QR code, and maybe I don't even want to include the paddle number. I just want the supporter name and the table name. It will then build out that file here, and it will display it for you so that you can easily print the following name badges for your event. Also found under our bulk actions here, we have the option to send messages. Again, you can select all or select some. And here are all of my name badges. Now I have not yet assigned a table, so once those tables are assigned, that will also print for them. Heading back to our bulk actions here, again, you can send messages to all or just your selected few supporters, and that can easily be done via text or email. We also have the option to link your Razor's Edge NXT constituents and bulk assign user tags. Our next menu option revolves around our paddle numbers, so we can easily clear, assign, and print paddle numbers. If you were to clear or assign paddle numbers, it will prompt you to input your password, which is the same password you use to log into Event.gives. Now, our best practice is always to assign those paddles at the door to ensure that people receive the correct paddle and alleviate any miscommunication at the very end of the event. I'm going to go ahead and unselect all, and continuing on down this page here, we can print these reports or download them as CSV or Excel files, and you can now select which columns you'd like to show. So let's say I want my check-in time to also show on this screen here. I can actually save that report and create a name. So this one will be my check-in, and I'll click Save and Close. So now, if I go to my default table, you'll see my check-in time has gone away. However, the report that I would like to use for check-in is saved as such. And then I can begin checking people into the event. If at any point you'd like to update your user tags, you can do so by clicking on your addition sign here, and then we can create a tag. So maybe I'll create a VIP tag, and it will automatically select a color, but I can always adjust that to any color of my liking. So we will go ahead and leave it there. I can also edit that tag at any time, and I can also create a new tag. So let's create a board member tag. There we go. And with this tag, I am also going to associate a welcome message to that associated tag holder. So therefore, when the check-in staff member or volunteer clicks on that check-in button, it will be an individual message that pops up to alert them to either communicate any information that you'd like to that supporter. So our best practice here is, again, to utilize this tool in order to enhance the welcome experience. So maybe it's welcome them as a board member. So therefore, any of your volunteers that may or may not know your board members, now when they are tagged with that particular tag, we'll go ahead and tag them here, and I click check in. Oh, great. Thank you so much, David. We appreciate you being one of our board members. Again, this is all back-end facing, so therefore David, as the board member, never sees this information. It just creates that extra touch to a nice check-in experience for them. Also, you can easily create more reports by selecting the columns listed here, and then click on Save Report, and then you can save as new or update your current report that you are in. So you can always download those reports later by selecting the report and then click on that CSV or Excel. On the right-hand side here, we have our Add Attendees. So we can either join an attendee, in which case you would collect a phone number and send them a text in order for them to then complete their own profile. While this isn't our best practice, it can certainly save you time by only having to input their phone number, and then the rest of the work is up to the supporter that would like to be able to bid, donate, and interact with the event. The other option here is to create an attendee. So we would, again, ask them for their phone number. We would click on this button here, ask for their phone number, and then join them to the event. That is an easier way on the attendees side for them to be able to easily join the event. They receive their items link, and then they're bidding and interacting just like the rest of the ticket holders. This is also where you'll find that scanner link. So if you would like to use the scanning app on your phone, you can send this out to your volunteers, and by typing in their phone number, send invite, and all they have to do is allow the link to have access to their camera. They don't need to download anything specific. It's all done through the camera and scanning that QR code. Again, we have more link blast here associated with check-ins, so sending out those ticket links here, and then also another place for you to be able to print additional paddles. So you can print those paddles and also include additional paddles if needed. And that covers our supporters tab.